The market for UI/UX design is getting more and more competitive. To stay ahead of the competition, is it worth getting a master's degree in UI/UX design? The answer is more nuanced than a simple yes or no. Hi, my name is Stella Guan. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Path and Bound, a UI/UX design school with the most comprehensive curriculum and strong student outcome. We're proudly founded by designers for designers. In this video, let's discuss the return on investment of a master's degree in UI/UX design. If you had already graduated with a bachelor's degree in another field, it makes more sense to get a master's degree in UI/UX design rather than a bachelor's. UI/UX design didn't exist until a decade or two ago, so compared to other fields, it's a relatively new discipline. Until recent years, it wasn't an option to pursue a degree in UI/UX design. Now that most universities have caught up with the latest development in design and technology, a UI/UX design degree is now more common. Now, there are several advantages of getting an advanced degree like a master's degree in UI/UX design. Most master's programs are focused on giving opportunities to students to do deep dives into specialized topics. It's beneficial for people who want to become specialists in certain areas, and in the scenario of UI/UX design, specialties like user research would be a perfect example. On the other hand, it takes time for us to network and slowly work our way into an industry. By attending a master's program, we're also buying additional time to network with industry decision makers to increase our chances of getting on someone's radar next time hiring opens. Networking is not a sprint, but a marathon. So if you're attending a prestigious program, you may get the opportunity to network with top-tier companies that are otherwise really hard to get connected to. Now, certain design disciplines prefer candidates with more advanced degrees, such as user research, which is more academic than the general UX practices. If your interest lies in one of those disciplines, you may find yourself having an advantage by holding a master's degree because specialized training is often required. However, every coin has two sides. There are some significant disadvantages associated with pursuing a master's degree in UI/UX design, especially if your priority is to start or switch your career to design in a cost-effective way with the best ROI. On the surface level, it seems like getting a UI/UX design master's can do no wrong. But if we dig really deep, there is a paradox that's hard to resolve here. Most people who transition to this industry or just getting started in the industry will qualify primarily for junior level UI/UX design roles. Here's the problem. Junior design positions don't require specialized knowledge. In fact, most companies prefer a generalist who can do a little bit of everything because they can save money that way instead of hiring several people to do several jobs. Now, if you're competing for junior positions with an advanced degree, not only will your degree not make a huge difference, it can actually hurt you in some instances because companies might think you're too expensive to hire because you have this higher degree. On the other hand, if you go for senior positions, it won't work either because companies value experience much more than degrees for senior positions. Now, it only works in your favor if you have both years of experience in the UI/UX design field and an advanced degree. See what the problem is here? If you're someone who has never actually worked in UI/UX design and went for a master's degree, it's actually poor product market fit. Now, if you already worked in UI/UX design and money for tuition isn't an issue, then getting that advanced degree could actually boost your career prospect. The best alternative to getting a UI/UX design master's degree is actually enrolling in a well-respected and well-structured design career program. If you're attending a UI/UX design bootcamp instead of pursuing a master's degree, the bootcamp's instruction quality should be the number one benchmark that you look at. So, how can you determine the school's instructional quality before attending it? It's actually not that difficult. First of all, you can attend an info session before the program and ask questions about the school's instructional methods. Generally speaking, a school with a highly curated team of instructors who have actual teaching experience fare much better in instructional quality than those that outsource their teaching to hundreds of thousands of mentors around the world. Another way to gauge a school's instructional quality is by reading student reviews. Most respected student review platforms like Course Report or SwitchUp can guarantee a high probability of real student reviews. Dig deeper and see what students are actually saying on those platforms. Do they find a lot of value in the course? Do they find value in instruction? And how do they actually interact with their instructors? In addition to curriculum strength, finding a school that teaches students with the most comprehensive and updated curriculum can make or break your career prospect in UI UX design. Now, the reason is a large number of boot camps nowadays whip up quick curriculum content that are either outsourced from around the internet or missing actual crucial components such as visual design foundations. The result is unfortunately the lack of foundation and craft that shows up glaringly in students' portfolio. How can a student compete in a market that's more and more saturated with subpar quality of work? The answer is obvious. They can't. Investing in education is probably one of the most important and worthwhile investments you will ever make in your life. Make it smartly by understanding where your priority lies and which path will get you the result with the lowest investment and maximum return. So now, is it worth getting a UI UX design master's degree? It's worth it in the following scenario. First of all, if you already have experience working in UI UX design, and second, if tuition fees for a master's program hovering around $50,000 or higher is not a roadblock. And third, time needed to complete the master's program, usually 1 to 2 years, is not an issue for you. And in addition to having worked in UI UX design, you'd also like to specialize in certain UX disciplines and get into a management role in the future. If you meet all of these criteria, it's worth it. However, it's not really worth it if you have never worked in UI UX design before. Tuition fees for a master's program around 50,000 US dollars or higher is too expensive for you. And if time needed to complete the master's program, which is around 1 to 2 years, is a little too long for you. Now, are there any other pros and cons you can think of? We're really curious to hear from you. But until then, we'll see you next time.